I'm Dave Palumbo, founder of Species Nutrition. I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work and are backed by science. From my earliest bodybuilding days, I believed in only putting the best in my body. And that lives on in the Species Nutrition line of products. We use only top-of-the-line formulations dosed for maximum results and the best flavoring systems available. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution. Dave Palumbo here. The Mr. Olympia men's prejudging just let out. I got a stellar crew here. Jose Raymond, Mr. Olympia Samir Bannout, Milos. We got John Hansen, and Ameen has joined us as well. This was a shocker. I remember seeing Hadi Chopin at the Arnold Classic 8 months ago. The guy looked like no one could beat him. I was disappointed in what I saw. Tell me what you saw when Hadi walked out.
Well, listen, you can't really be disappointed at Hadi, because if this is the first time you see Hadi, he looked phenomenal. But in comparison to the Arnold Classic, he scaled down a little bit. I still think that from the front he was magnificent. From the side and back he was not convincing.
I don't think he was magnificent at all. Do you think he was magnificent?
Yeah, I do. When he came out by himself, he looked incredible. But once he started being compared to other people, I think a few things have happened. I think his legs have downsized. I think his left tricep is missing.
Yeah.
There's a few weird things that are going on.
How could you say he looked magnificent?
Because he's still got that.
Most sitting too far back, that's the problem.
No, his midsection is incredible. He still has crazy shots. His front double bicep is incredible. His rear lat spread's incredible. All his quarter turns are beautiful. But there were some things going on.
Derek Lunsford looked great as Mr. Olympia, I have to say. I don't think he could have done anything better. But Samson Dowdo improved a lot. John Hansen, what did you like about it?
Samson's good as always. You know, he's got the size, the shape, the symmetry. I thought compared to Hadi and Derek, he was a little soft. I thought he was a little soft too.
I thought this was the best Hadi. This was the best Samson I'd seen.
Yeah, listen, as his coach and a friend for a long time, he delivered it, and that's what we all waited for.
He had glutes and hamstrings.
And now that he delivered it, what do you do with him? He might very well be leading after the prejudging right now.
Do you think Samson Dowdo might be leading?
No. You know, I think it's the best we've seen of him yet. He's continued to improve show after show after show, but he's still not there where we want to see him.
What did you think of Samson Dowdo?
You know, I still think Samson could be a little sharper yet. I love his body. He's got a winning body.
Compared to last year?
I mean, I'm always impressed with his size, and he's put together perfectly.
Checks a lot of boxes.
He just needed a little bit more thinner skin. I mean, the body is unbelievable. The size is perfect. He could be a little bit sharper. I'm just saying it like it is.
Who did you like? Or her?
I thought Derek won. I thought Derek had a clear-cut victory. I think it's going to be between second. Between Samson and Hadi. I think Hadi looked great. I think Samson edged everybody out. I think he's going to be second.
Do you want to give your opinion on who won the show? If you don't, then leave me alone, please. All right? All right. Let's go back. Derek Lunsford, Samson Dowdo with the last three men standing.
Yes.
Of those three guys, who do you like?
Let me just put it this way. Last year there was not a unanimous decision after prejudging. It can go either way. So is now. It's not like anybody is for sure leading. I think all three are in a mix. I think like after prejudging that Samson might be leading with Hadi and Derek being second and third.
I thought that Samson with his size, and I'll come to you in a minute, dominated this prejudging. I felt that the judges were favoring him a little bit over Derek. I think Hadi's a distant third. His legs are down in size. He's not as tight as he was at the Arnold, and that's what they're judging him against. And I think it's a two-man show at this point between Derek and Samson.
Okay, when they first all walked out, I thought, you know, Hadi looked fantastic in the very beginning, but he started to flatten out as the show went on. And Derek wasn't as hard in the beginning. Then he got better and better every minute.
So at the end of prejudging, who did you
He
like?
regained the ground. At the end of prejudging, honestly, for me, it's like Derek has the edge on that, right?
Who do you think has the edge?
Derek.
The taller guys seem to like Samson. I just want to be honest here. All you guys are taller. Y'all want Samson to win, but us shorter guys, we see reality. We know Derek won.
No, you're just rooting for the Napoleon guy. Who did you like?
Derek.
Okay, so I think it's pretty comparable that Derek and Samson are battling for this title.
I think that Hadi is definitely in the picture. Don't discount him yet. Derek's legs I didn't like as much as last year. Last year there was a little bit more balance. When he lifted those arms, front double, it was nicer. And I promise you, when you see some pictures in comparison, you're going to see that. He was lacking 2022 quads, and then he improved 23. So I was hoping that 24 is going to be even better, but I don't think they were as good as last year.
Was his right lat jacked up?
I couldn't see it.
See, from where I was sitting,
You know what? Honestly, I felt in the very beginning Hadi was going to take it. And then I changed my mind. The reason why...
I never thought Hadi was going to take it.
The body can change. No, I do.
I don't think he
I'm
changed.
sitting in the first damn seat. I know.
You were? Oh, you were in the front?
I can see clarity to
You
the...
have your glasses on?
No bullshit, bro. I don't need the glasses, you know. I did stem cell in my eyes, so I'm...
You did. Yeah.
Anyhow, no, the thing is, no bullshit. You know me, I don't care who wins, really. So, Hadi came in first looking incredible from where I'm sitting. And Derek wasn't as sharp. But as the show went on, I'm telling you, Derek took over.
I don't agree, but anyway, I think that Derek at the end did look good. Well, I was sitting pretty good. Not as close as you. But my eyes are better than yours. Let me ask you this question. If in 1983 Samir Bannout was in this lineup, who would have won?
Samir?
All right.
Samir would have Samir 83 for sure. But let me ask you a question. Front double, who do you give?
Samson.
No.
Yeah, I would give it to Hadi. Front lat spread. Front lat spread.
Hadi.
Hadi for sure. Abs and thighs.
Close between Hadi and, but I think Hadi's got better. All right, I'll give it to
You know, that's the most muscular.
Samson.
Okay, that's what it is. If they go for Samson over, I think he's taking over.
Back poses. Who wins the back poses? I don't think Derek won both.
Back double is for sure.
Derek.
Derek with Samson second and Hadi third. Last spread, I see Samson win.
Samson.
Yeah.
So we basically said Samson has won more poses.
So final decision, Milo.
Samson.
I'm asking Milo.
It's very, very close. Samson, I think is leading. And flip-flop over Derek and Hadi.
Let's leave the top three for a second. I thought that...
So you went for Samson.
I think Samson, yeah. Samson. I have Samson. But I think Martin Fitzwater was the dark horse. That this guy was super impressive, wasn't he?
He came out and he had the best legs in the show. He had so much wow factor. He was peaked perfectly.
His tan wasn't great,
but everything else was.
I would have liked to see more comparisons with him in that top three.
I would have liked to see more comparisons, period, of some other people.
Why do you think they did one first call out and then you never saw the top three against the rest of the guys?
Moving a little closer. Samir's blocking you.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not judging with those guys.
What did you think, John?
Martin, I thought he was, like they said, the dark horse of the show. He
Would you like to see more comparisons?
Oh, yeah. I'd love to see him next to Samson and Derek and Hadi. Yeah, absolutely.
When it comes to the double biceps, I disagree with Milos here.
You know who Martin Fitzwater is?
I think Derek has the best double bicep from the front. Why? His rib cage in his shoulders to waist, the ratio.
If you shut the light, the silhouette, yes. But if you turn the lights on, you know, you can see
He
it.
doesn't have the abs.
Derek, I'm telling you, look at last year, hands down, I gave it to Hadi. Even though Derek...
I mean, Samir, why do you always have to argue with me? Why do you have to disagree?
I judge for beautiful line, and I'm telling you,
Can you look at the camera, please?
Derek has a beautiful line, without a doubt.
What about his abs? His abs are a little weak.
Well, I thought...
They got better.
Coming from your abs, you know.
He got better. Look,
Let me see those abs. Show those abs. Come here. Let me see that.
No, I don't have a good...
Hit the ab shot. Hit the ab shot.
Here we go.
You got to shave. That's pretty good for 85 years old.
Yeah.
Let me see me look.
No. I'll pass this time.
What happened with Akeem? Why was Akeem in the last call out?
I don't know why Akeem was in the last call. I would have had him.
All right. So how about Andrew Jack? I mean, we were expecting.
Yes.
I didn't see why they didn't give him a little bit more favorable comparisons.
Why? I would have liked it. He looked like he was improving the longer he was out there.
You know, so his major strength is his abs. Abs were not as good as normal, which I don't know why. His legs were up, separation was there, back was bigger.
You and him are the master posers on stage.
Yeah.
Why can't this guy learn how to execute mandatories properly?
I don't know for side poses, side chest and side triceps. I promise you. When Flex Wheeler was coaching him, I was in a posing room, and Flex was coaching him, and those two poses just didn't go. So we tried to fix it. I jumped in, and anything he did, it didn't look that good. When you see chest like this, you would expect that he's gonna look great inside, and it's not. Chris Acedo was saying that, oh yeah, right now he looks magnificent, and I still think the side poses, kill him.
What could he do to improve those side poses?
I mean, it's a jungle right now. I mean, the people need to talk to someone like Milos, like myself, like Zane.
What would you tell him? What would you tell him?
I said, I mean, this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Nobody's telling them you are doing it wrong. So they follow the wrong people. They copy someone who wins, but he posed like shit.
You think he would have been higher had he posed better?
I think, all of them can really use some help with posing.
Let me ask Jose, because Jose's great. What did you think of Andrew Jack now?
I agree with you. I think that I've tried to tell Chris, and Chris knows, but Andrew's his own man. He doesn't really...
He doesn't pose his legs when he hits the front pose. They just kind of are straight.
He lacks mobility, so every time he hits a side tricep, his leg goes forward like this.
Shouldn't do that.
Well, no, it's because...
Narrowing his leg.
Him reaching back, his leg turns. So he loses a lot of wow factor there.
Yeah.
Same thing with the side chest. So there's things he needs to work on, but, I mean, who am I to be like, hey...
Well, you're a good poser.
No, and I've given him advice, and he'll only take as much as he's willing to take.
Front relax, front double, front last spread, abs and thighs, they're all very subtle poses. Yeah. Okay, so this is 4 out of 8.
I want to ask Milos and yourself, all of you guys, what you say on this? What do you say about that? Derek went up on stage and did this like that, and you know what? That turned me fucking off.
Why do you say? What's wrong with that?
You don't need to do that.
So what are you supposed to do?
That doesn't help. That kills your arm when you lift up like that.
You think he's too wide?
You lose the beef out of your
Show
arm.
us. Face the camera. Show us how you got to stand.
You should never stand.
All right, show us how you stand.
You know what? When we train, we work our triceps. When you stand from the side, you show your tricep. You don't go like that.
I want to see. Show the camera. Turn to the camera.
I'm telling you. No, seriously.
Relax pose. Show me.
Milos will. Milos.
You got to show your tricep.
No, what? It's all there. It didn't go anywhere. Look, it's still there. See? Not bad.
That's not bad. Unbelievable.
Not bad. I'm 68. I'm not going on stage.
Are you taking what are you taking? What's your cycle?
I'm not on the sauce.
You're not?
No, I swear.
I don't believe you. Do you believe he's not on the sauce?
He's on TRT.
Yeah.
I take something, but
600.
not anabolic.
What do you take?
I'm not going to tell you.
Manuka honey?
You know what? Honestly, I do like micro dosing. Every 2 days, I take 35 milligrams. That's it. 35 milligrams. Let me be honest.
Microdosing hallucinogens too?
25 milligrams of cypionate and 10 milligrams of enantate every 2 days.
Okay.
That was all. I swear to God.
That adds up.
You actually. Every day. You just admitted it.
Let me explain to you why. Even the biggest stud on the planet cannot produce more than 16, 17 milligrams a day of testosterone.
When I'm your age, I hope I look as half as good as you do.
I love you, Kevin.
All right.
No.
Let's talk 212. Because let's face it, we're not going to know who's going to win this Open until tomorrow night. They're going to rejudge this because it's that close. And I'd like to see more comparisons with Andrew and Martin Fitzwater.
Let's give a credit to Hunter Labrada. We didn't touch him. I think
he looked really good.
Yeah, he looks very much improved. I like it. He's in the mix. I mean, that fourth place can go. 4, 5, 6 can go either way, right?
Andrew, Martin, and Hunter are definitely. And Bonak looked really good too.
Yeah, he definitely made top 8.
I must say, Hunter looked bad to the bone. He was at his best ever. Why? He was full, And you know what? I think finally he's listened to his father. Finally.
You think so?
Yeah, and I talked to Lee yesterday. He said, man, they don't listen to their father. I said, I know, what can I tell you?
He was the leanest I've seen him on an Olympia stage, for sure.
And driest and best posing so far. You know, I was critical over his midsection. He did a much better job.
I would like to have seen more calls, but I want to give props out to Dan Solomon. Hold on, wait a second. They held the prejudging earlier. They listened to the criticism from me last year, Jay Cutler this year, and all the other bodybuilders who said it was too late. Thank you for doing that. And the guys looked a lot better because of that. And we appreciate you guys listening to our constructive criticism.
Tell me your top three.
My top three, I have Samson, Derek, and Hadi.
Your top three.
Samson, Hadi, Derek.
Samson, Hadi, and Derek. My top three, Derek, and very difficult between Hadi and Samson. But, you know, Samson went on the body and the beauty of the body. Hadi was harder. The skin is a lot sharper right here. So Hadi could have the edge on quality, but Samson have the edge on beautiful
I don't agree with you.
size.
Don't agree.
He's unbelievable.
100%. I agree with him 100%.
I got Derek, Hadi, Samson.
We'll find out.
24 karat gold, onion skin, right?
Most impressive improvement, definitely Martin Fitzwater, I have to say. But let's talk about 212 because Keon Pearson destroyed this lineup. I mean, Sean Clarita is a really, really good competitor, and he's a two-time Mr. Olympia at 212. And Keon made him look like an amateur here.
Unbelievable body.
What did you think?
I love Sean, and it hurts me to say it, but it wasn't close.
No.
Sean came in and did what he thought he had to do, which was downsize, and he really downsized.
And it worked against him.
It did. He looked great by himself. He's still that guy. On stage by himself, he looks like Mr. Olympia, but next to Keon, it looked like a super heavyweight against a middleweight.
Yeah, I agree with this. That was most dominant victory I've seen in a long time. I mean, we love Sean, like you said, the downsizing, especially in the legs, and he's narrow, so when he's not full, you can see the discrepancy in size.
Round like
he was not even close. He was still better conditioned than Keon.
Right.
He was harder, he was drier, I mean, condition-wise, but it was not enough. I mean, it was
Gets smaller, you know, he looks smaller chest, yeah, he went too far.
Clavicles, he's got a better bone structure. Just genetically gifted, he's the better bodybuilder.
I think when you put Clarita is about 175, 180 at the most. And
Keon's 200.
Keon was 200. So that's plenty of mass over Clarita. And then his body is so balanced. Rib cage, small waist, beautiful arm. He's missing nothing.
Poses.
The guy's unbelievable.
Should he move to the open?
I mean, I was thinking about what would happen if he was on an open stage. I think he could have possibly made top 6.
Top 6.
Yeah.
His girlfriend says he is not moving anywhere.
Yeah,
He's staying in 212 for another year at least.
I mean, he's still like 10 pounds off.
Right, yeah,
You know,
12.
so it's hard to imagine if he stands next there to Samson and it's 300 pounds. You know how
Right.
for the last Arnold Classic, when
100-pound difference, yeah.
when Sean Clarita was coming and some people were saying, oh, he can beat Samson. I said, you guys don't understand. No, do you remember people were talking?
When he did the Arnold.
I mean, as Jose said, the best, standing alone or standing next to somebody else, you can then really realize. So Sean Clarita would not have any chance in open division, even though he won that one show.
Yeah.
But Keon would. I just don't think that he needs to do. He's going to try now to beat Flex Lewis's record, probably, because if you're king of a jungle in this jungle, stay there. He realized to go to the open, how can he compete with guys?
He might as well, like you said, grow out of that division first. He still has 12 more pounds, so he could probably go another year or two winning the 212, and then when he can't make weight anymore, he can go to the open like Derek did.
For sure. Now, third and fourth, Angel Calderon, Carit Baggio, they were great. Fifth and sixth was between a Brazilian guy and the Italian guy.
I like the Italian guy. I thought he was great. I would have put him third.
Yeah, he's kind of a friend of mine because
Zagarelli.
Zagarelli, Giuseppe, Chris Christian Zagarelli. I think he had everything, and I thought that he's going to be for sure fifth, but they got him out of it.
And Vito from Brazil placed fifth, but he could have also moved up a placing.
Yeah, yes, for sure. I mean, Carrot and Angel, the seasoned veterans, and they've been there.
They weren't as hard as they normally.
Yeah, I agree. So if they were compared with the fifth and sixth, they would maybe be in trouble.
Who would you rather compete against, Flex Lewis or Keon? When you were at your best?
Rather? Keon.
Who's better?
Flex.
You think Flex is better than Keon?
At this point.
Okay.
I told Flex this morning, we're doing a podcast with Dennis James. I told him he used to beat Hadi Chopin all the time. And he made a huge mistake not to compete in the bigger. He have the body. He's got beautiful legs, diamond calves, beautiful arm. I think Flex Lewis is amazing.
Well, he had injury. He has injury.
Well, he had superior condition, unlike anyone else.
Right.
And that would.
The reason he needed to do open was he had injuries, right?
Yeah, and Flex isn't as big structurally as a Keon or a Derek.
Right.
Flex is not as wide. He was perfect for what he was.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? He was not.
Meaning that if Flex went into the open, he'd still be 217, 218, where Derek's up to 230 now.
Okay, now I got it.
All right, well, we're not going to know who wins the men's open because it's the finals of tomorrow night, and that's 50% of their score. Congratulations to Keon Pearson on the big win, and Sydney Gillen winning her 8th Miss Olympia and retiring. Missy Truscott back into the winner's circle in the fitness division, and a new wellness champion in Isa Nunez. So congratulations to all the winners tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow night with the full wrap-up of the men's festivities. For now, I'm Dave Palumbo with the entire crew here. Mr. Olympia Samir Bannout. We'll see you tomorrow night.